doing something different this year. We want to honor 3 men that have been instrumental in why we're here. And Nicole is our executive director, and she's going to start by introducing Joe.
Well, first let me, you hold on. Okay. First I want to say, our Restore, just so you all know, if you've been to other Restores, like Heidi and I have made this our new passion, this is a very unique store. And I really want to say that it's Heidi's vision and what has been able to become of this. And Heidi came to me and said, Nicole, I think this could be a building of the community. I think that this could be a place where people could come together. We have this awesome conference room, Vintology, that Heidi came up with this cute word that we have. And look at everybody that's here tonight. And what this all culminates in is us being able to provide homes for low-income families. And that's what the biggest piece of, this is our greatest fundraiser. And understanding that everybody that's here tonight that supports it and talks about it and shares what we've got going here, we're doing great, great things. So I want to give a lot of kudos to Heidi and her staff for doing that. So
Thank you very much.
Now, on to why we all are here. This is where it started. This is Joe Adler. He had this idea of wanting to give back in some way. Talk to your son-in-law, if I'm telling the story right.
Sure.
Yes, and the vision for Will County Habitat for Humanity started here. And if you all ever have time and want to go to lunch and drive around with Joe, there are some phenomenal stories that go with Jimmy Carter, Millard Fuller, who started Habitat, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, there are great stories. Rudy, right? And I'm going to tease you with all of them because I encourage you. We'd be here a long time telling the stories. But that's a piece of what Joe has brought to Will County. And with that, Joe, I know you would want to say a couple of things.
Thank you. This is obviously a team effort. I was just a part of it. My son-in-law took me out on a Sunday morning and said, why don't we go and I'll show you what I do. And briefly, he showed me Habitat. And what he gave me then was infectious hepatitis. No cure. There was absolutely no cure. So I brought it back to Joliet and I just spread the disease. That's all. The amazing part, though, of any organization like this is that we're never ready for the unexpected. Most organizations have reserves and they have all sorts of ways in which to take care of the unexpected. So the story goes like this. Lee Hansen, a founder, myself, and a fellow named Robert Johnson. He was our CPA. And in this small meeting we got together and Johnson was going to handle all of the financial starts of a not-for-profit. And then he died. 2 months later, we lost him. So we were lost. And in turn, Jody and I and Dan and Mary Maher had been friends through the Christian family movement for years. And in turn, I just had to make the phone call. So I called Dan. And Dan at that time was in charge of the international bookkeeping of the Christian family movement. He was in charge of the Irish American Club. He was a partner in his firm. He was involved in so many things, and yet I had to ask him. 17 years later, he finally retired. So what I have for him today is sort of one of the original ties that no longer are made. And this tells the story of Habitat. It tells the whole idea of the tree of life. And it goes to Dan because of his unselfishness and the way he guided us through all those years. Can you imagine that? 17 years out of that phone call. Dan, we love you.
And last but not least, we have Bob Stephen. Bob, when I first came to Habitat, Bob would come in every single day to my office. Are you okay, Heidi? You're doing great. You are awesome. I mean, he was the most positive person to me. And I lost my father like 15 years ago, so having him in the building meant a lot to me. So Bob, do you want to talk about like how you came into Habitat?
Yes, I'd be delighted to do that. Well, first of all, I want to thank everybody that's here tonight. And what I see here is a dream, really, a dream that came through. Never expected this to be this way. And I attribute that, first of all, to the hiring that these people did, that the board did, hiring Nicole, hiring Heidi. They put this thing together like nobody else. When I bring people in here, I say, you're not going to an ordinary store. You're going to a palace. You're going to a show place. You're going to a thing that I'm not sure you can afford to buy anything. But anyway, yeah, and you know, I got involved through this gentleman. I met this guy 75, 78 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
I've been trying to straighten him out all these years. And Joe and I are the best of friends. We don't agree on many things, but the things we do agree with usually work out, and this was one. Joe, one time here 5 years ago, 6 years ago, said, let's go look at a store that he looked at in Florida, a restore. And we went to Rockford, wherever, with one of his sons. I come back, I said, Joe, let's go with it. He said, how do you want to do this, or how are we going to do this? I said, I don't know, Joe, but we'll figure it out someplace. So anyway, we leased the building, and it was through a connection that I had that we got the building. It was a terrible building. But anyway, it worked out, it was a start. And then it just progressed from there. And we had a little office in there, so I'd see what would go on all the time. And I had a little difficulty because I like to run the show. And the whole one.
This is a major difficulty. Major difficulty.
However, she has done such a beautiful, such a super job, and I commend you for that, Nicole. And to have the fortitude to hire this young lady, who is a special, special lady. But going back, and I won't bore you with many stories, but that lady standing over at Rosemary, 65 years married this January. And your support, I could not have done the things that I wanted to do. And I always say, and I'll continue to say, Habitat and one other was my favorite contributions to this community. Started it 25 years ago, and then we had the pleasure, and I told people this, that we built a house that today our kids, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, they built this house from scratch and paid for it all. I mean, that's something that's magnificent. And I just want to close by saying Habitat is something that'll go on after Joe and I are gone. And I give Joe all the credit in the world, and Danny and all you folks that added to this program to continue it. Now, it's going to be tough, but we'll do it because there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Thank you all for coming.
And our three honored guests are going to light up our Habitat tree for the season.
Go ahead.
Wait, not yet. Wait till lights are off. I think it's a little, well, I think we did it already.
There we go.
Well done, Daniel.
Yes. All right, keep drinking, keep eating.
And please enjoy. Go back and enjoy drinks and food.